Hello and welcome. This is the market wrap. We have seen some weakness in the Nifty today, but the Nifty does hold 9,400 at least for now. And while we have seen weakness and a little bit of a correction today, on a weekly basis, we have seen it gain to a certain extent. But let's take a look at what's happened. And for a little bit of an outlook as well, we're in conversation with Jay Bala. He is the Chief Market Technician at Cash the Chaos. Jay, thank you for joining us today. Jay, given the fact that we have seen the moves right now, of course, the Nifty is once again flirting with lifetime highs. Where do you see the direction for the Nifty specifically going forward?
Yeah, see, if you recall from our interaction in November when the markets were reeling under the pressure of demonetization and the Trump win, we said the market is heading to 9660. There's no change in that path. The market is exactly doing that, and it is also doing in the exact time frame we anticipated, which was middle of 2017. The market is here, very close to that mark, and it's not showing any signs of fatigue at the moment by the parameters by which I measure. So I can say the market is going to go up to 9660, but in the extreme short term, it can even come back one more time to 9100 that we saw a few sessions ago. And but the trend is intact and it's higher, and there's no need to panic at the moment, but you need to be sensible at this point of time. It's not like the market is as it was in December or January, where you get multi-baggers to invest in. You need to be taking a much more measured approach at this point of time. Wait for the right opportunity. The market will present itself.
That's the word coming in from, as far as the Nifty is concerned, wait for the right opportunity. But, the Nifty Bank as well. And today is the day where we've seen substantial weakness, especially on account of the likes of Yes Bank and Axis Bank, which is bear down on the Nifty Bank. Considering these levels, Jay, where do you see the Nifty Bank going?
Yeah, see, if you recall, we said we have projected a level of 23,000 for the Bank Nifty. It has done 22,970 something. So basically, it's come to that level. Obviously, it's facing that level as a resistance. That's the reason why you're seeing resistance in significant stocks that have been doing well within the banking space, like S Bank. Yeah, I don't think this is the end of the move for the banking sector. You'll see leadership change. If a few days ago we saw ICICI come back with full vigor, we're going to see such kind of moves happen and such kind of rotation happen. We still feel that there is a lot of steam left in banks that have not participated in this run. For example, something like an ICICI, SBI, or even an Axis Bank. These are the stocks which are heavyweight within this sector, and they're going to take leadership change and lead the sector higher from here onwards.
With respect to the kind of losses that we've seen in the Nifty stocks, Yes Bank, of course, had declined by as much as 5.5%, followed by Z Entertainment, also down 3.2%. In Asian Paints, of course, reacting to earnings, where we have seen some decline as far as margins are concerned, and also the outlook was, not up to the expectations of what the market was going with. And Axis Bank, of course, has also corrected 2.5%. But Jay, if I were to ask you, to pick some opportunities when it comes to the Nifty pack or stocks with large market capitalization, what would they be?
Yeah, focus on some stocks that have not participated, not because they have just not participated. You should also have your parameters by which you can go with conviction. Just because they're not participated, that should not be the only reason for picking stocks within the space. We've been saying that the market is going to go much higher from here, and if you look at Reliance, the principal heavyweight in the Nifty, it's still got a lot of headroom to go through. 1320 is a significant support for the stock, and the stock has started to show signs of recovery from that point. I think from a short-term perspective, short to medium-term perspective, it has headroom of up to 1700. From a slightly longer-term perspective, I think it can even go to 2100, 2200. So that is one name to focus there. If you want to be slightly contrarian in the Nifty space, look at something like a Coal India. 270, 260 is a very strong support area, and that's also showing some life from there. I think if the stock were to take out 300, you can be sure and convinced that the correction is over for the stock, and it's going to go to something like 430 plus, probably a record high for the stock.
So I'm going to come down and address what's happened in the mid-cap space as well. And we have seen a 16.5% correction in Glenmark. This is, of course, on account of the earnings that we've seen. One of their exclusive drugs, once again, hasn't been up to the expectations of the market. And moreover, we've continued to see a double-digit price erosion in the US markets. We've seen weakness in OBC, Dr. Lal Path Labs, as well as Future Retail. All of these stocks have also lost out well over 6.5%. In gainers today, we have Adani Transmission up 7.5%, Navkar Corp, SCI, and 1% Beverages all gaining anywhere between 5.5% to 6.5% in today's day of trade. And that brings me to the question in the mid-cap space, Jay. Do you see opportunities to go long or short on any of these mid-cap counters?
I won't say any of these, but within the mid-cap space, there are multiple opportunities for the eagle eye. Basically, you need to keep your focus very sharp. We've been talking about Tata Elxsi within the IT space. In fact, the entire IT space, we've been positive about it, and we see considerable amount of upside potential for Tata Elxsi. We are seeing the stock cross 2,500 on a medium-term basis. So watch out for this space. And if you look at something like financial services, look at something like Thomas Cook. I think this stock is likely to cross 280, 290 in the short to medium term. There are multiple opportunities here, several opportunities. All you have to need to be is awake and be diligent. It's easy to find several winners out here, but you got to be very careful in your allocation. Don't over allocate.
Plenty of opportunities out there, and as you can see. But Jay, it was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you very much for your time and some of those ideas. And well, that is all that we have with respect to the action that we've seen in the markets today. Stay tuned in a BloombergQuint, and we will see you next week.